Hey everybody, this is Brian, head tutor from ScoreBeyond, coming at you with our SAT question of the day. Let's tackle this vocab and context question, which would be in the evidence-based reading section of the SAT. As you can see, we need to find what dissonance means in the passage. Since this is a vocab and context question, we're going to have to use the context around dissonance in the passage to figure out what it means. So let's go ahead and do that. As you can see, dissonance is a little farther on in the passage, so let's pretend that we read a bunch of the passage up until now, and let's read the sentence in which dissonance appears in the passage. One solution for resolving this dissonance is to migrate into a fantasy world via role-playing games, fandoms, and fantasy media. So after reading the sentence once, we might not know what dissonance means, but we should get some clues as to where to look for what it means. Just before dissonance, we see the word this. This is a good indicator that the clues or the evidence for dissonance and what it means comes earlier in the passage, perhaps in the sentence or two before that sentence. So let's take a look at the sentence before. The result for individuals is discomfort with the incongruence between inflated sense of self and deflated reality. Okay, so we see in the sentence before that the author's talking about a certain discomfort with an incongruence between people who feel really inflated and important, and then how reality actually seems deflated or not so important or not so grand. If you don't know what incongruence means, you can at least see that there is a difference between the inflated sense of self and the deflated reality. They seem to be at odds. So if you don't know what incongruence means, you know that dissonance has this idea of these two things at odds. Let's just take that back to the answer choices, see if we can find the right answer. Okay, so we're looking for a word in the answer choices that means something like the idea of things being at odds or some sort of conflict. Let's take a look at A, discrepancy. Discrepancy means a difference between things. Usually one in which there's some sort of conflict. That sounds pretty good. Let's leave it. Answer B, accord. Accord actually means agreement. So let's just get rid of B because that's the opposite of what we're looking for. Harmony also kind of means agreement. Things are working in harmony. They're working in unison. There's not a big difference between them. There is no conflict. Let's get rid of C. Answer D, concurrence. Concurrence actually also kind of means agree. Concurrence means things are working together. They are following the same path. There is no conflict. So let's get rid of D. That leaves us with A, which is our right answer. So there you go, SAT question of the day for Friday, June 17th. Hope that was helpful. If you want to learn how to solve these vocab and context questions better throughout the whole evidence-based reading section, or you just want to work on reading in general, keep practicing with SAT up. Or you can scroll to the bottom of the page and hit the tutoring button. You can do so in the blog at the bottom of the blog post, and then in the app you can do it at the bottom of the screen. See you next time.